You notice things other people miss. The slight shift in someone's tone when they say, "I'm fine." The way a friend's eyes flicker to the floor a half second before they smile. The unused coffee mug on the counter that means someone left in a hurry. The pause in a group conversation that lasts one beat too long. You catch it all. And most of the time, you wish you didn't. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the world keeps moving like nothing happened. You've been doing this your whole life. In classrooms, in family dinners, in group chats that go quiet after someone posts something harmless. You sit there feeling the undercurrent while everyone else skates across the surface. People call you sensitive, overthinker, too intense. They say you read too much into things, but you don't read into them. You just notice, and noticing has a cost. It starts small. You're a kid. Someone's voice changes when the adults walk into the room. You clock it. Later, you watch the same person act completely different when the room empties. No one else seems to register the switch. You do. And something in you files it under things that don't match. Years pass. The file grows. You start sensing tension before anyone raises their voice. You know when a relationship is ending weeks before the official conversation. You feel the energy leave a room the second a certain person walks in. You notice the micro-expressions that contradict the words coming out of someone's mouth. And slowly, almost without realizing it, you stop trusting the surface of things. Because the surface is rarely the whole story. Here's the part no one talks about. People who notice everything are not just observant. Their brains are running a different program. While most people filter reality down to the useful bits, your filter is set wider. More input, more detail, more pattern recognition happening in the background whether you asked for it or not. Psychology has a name for pieces of this. High sensory processing sensitivity, hypervigilance, cognitive complexity. But the labels don't matter as much as the lived experience. You walk into a room and your nervous system starts mapping. Who's comfortable? Who's performing? Who's holding something back? The data arrives before the conversation even starts. And then you have to decide what to do with it. Most of the time you say nothing, because pointing it out makes people uncomfortable. And you've learned that uncomfortable people often turn the discomfort back on the one who noticed. So you carry it, quietly. The contradiction is this: the more you see, the less seems people seem to see you. You become the steady one, the reliable one, the one who just gets it. People come to you when things fall apart because you already sensed the cracks forming. They vent, they process, they leave lighter. And somehow, almost no one asks what it's like to hold all of that. You notice everything about them. Almost no one notices the weight you're carrying. That imbalance starts to shape you. You become excellent at reading rooms and terrible at letting people read you. You learn to keep your own surface calm while your mind is sorting through layers of meaning. You become skilled at emotional labor that no one requested and no one pays for. And over time, a quiet loneliness sets in. Not the dramatic kind, the subtle kind. The kind that exists even in crowded rooms because you're processing 3 conversations at once while everyone else is simply having one. You start wondering if something is wrong with you. Why can't you just not notice? Why does a slight change in someone's breathing pattern during an argument feel like a full paragraph of information? Why does a friend's delayed text carry emotional weight when they insist it means nothing? You question your own perceptions. You gaslight yourself before anyone else can. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe it's not that deep. Maybe I should just let it go. But you can't, because your brain doesn't have an off switch for this. Here's the deeper truth. People who notice everything are often the ones who were trained by environment, by temperament, by necessity to stay alert. Sometimes it came from chaos at home. Sometimes from being the quiet kid in a loud world. Sometimes from simply having a nervous system that takes in more data than average. Your attention became a survival tool, and survival tools don't turn off just because the threat level drops. In modern life, that same tool becomes exhausting. You're scanning for danger in places where most people are just trying to have a good time. You're tracking emotional weather systems while others are enjoying the sun. The result is a particular kind of fatigue, not physical, existential. The tiredness of always being 3 steps ahead in reading the room and still somehow feeling behind in belonging to it. And yet, there is a flip side almost no one mentions. The people who notice everything are often the ones who create the deepest safety for others. Because when someone is falling apart quietly, you see it. When a group is about to fracture, you sense the fracture lines. When a person is performing strength they don't have, you register the performance. You become a kind of early warning system for the people around you. And in a culture that rewards surface-level connection, that ability is rare. The twist is this: the very trait that isolates you is also the trait that makes real connection possible. Most people move through life half asleep to the subtleties. They miss the small moments that actually matter. The quiet grief, the unspoken pride, the fear hiding under confidence. You catch those moments, and when you choose to respond to them with care instead of judgment, you offer something most people never receive: the experience of being truly seen. That is not a small thing. The danger is that you can spend so much energy seeing others that you forget to let yourself be seen. You become so good at tracking everyone else's internal weather that your own goes unmonitored. You notice when a friend is off. You miss when you are. So the real work is not learning how to notice less. It's learning how to notice yourself with the same precision you apply to everyone else. Ask yourself the questions you automatically ask about others. What's the tone under your own words when you say, "I'm fine"? What's the pattern in your own behavior when you're overwhelmed? What's the thing you've been carefully not saying? People who notice everything often struggle with this inversion. Turning the lens inward feels unnatural, almost invasive. You've spent years protecting others from the discomfort of being fully observed. Applying that same clarity to yourself can feel like breaking an unspoken rule, but it's the only way the gift stops becoming a burden. Because noticing without integration just creates distance from others and from yourself. Noticing with compassion creates depth. The people who notice everything are not broken. They're calibrated differently. Their nervous systems are tuned to a higher resolution. In a world that often runs on low-resolution interactions, that difference can feel like a liability, until you realize that high resolution is what allows for high-fidelity connection. The friendships that last, the relationships that feel real, the moments that actually matter, those almost always depend on someone in the room being willing to see past the performance. That someone is often you. The challenge is learning when to speak what you see and when to simply hold it. Learning that not every observation needs to be shared. Learning that your perception is information, not obligation. You do not have to fix every tension you detect. You do not have to carry every unspoken emotion in the room. You are allowed to notice and still choose rest. That permission is harder to grant yourself than it sounds, because the same drive that makes you notice also makes you feel responsible. If you see the crack, shouldn't you say something? If you sense the pain, shouldn't you help? Sometimes yes. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is notice and stay quiet. Presence without intervention, awareness without ownership. That balance is the difference between using the gift and being used by it. Here's what most people will never understand about you. You don't notice everything because you're trying to be difficult. You notice because your mind was built to track patterns, inconsistencies, and emotional undercurrents the way some people track sports scores or stock prices. It's not a choice, it's architecture. And architecture can be worked with. It can be directed. It can be rested. The people who thrive with this trait are not the ones who stop noticing. They're the ones who stop abandoning themselves in the process of noticing others. They learn to check their own internal signals with the same seriousness they check everyone else's. They learn that their perception is valuable, but it is not a job description. They learn that being the one who sees does not mean they have to be the one who holds everything. That shift changes everything. You start protecting your attention the way other people protect their time. You become selective about which rooms you fully map. You practice being present without scanning. You allow some surfaces to remain surfaces. And paradoxically, the more you rest the system, the clearer it becomes when it matters.
The truth about people who notice everything is not that they are too much. It's that most environments are designed for people who notice far less. The mismatch creates friction. The friction creates self-doubt. The self-doubt makes you question a capacity that is, in the right context, extraordinary. You were never meant to turn it off. You were meant to learn when to aim it. And the next time you catch something no one else seems to register, the micro shift, the unspoken tension, the quiet ache under a bright smile, remember this: seeing clearly is not a flaw in your design. It's one of the rarest forms of care this world still has. The only question left is whether you'll keep giving that care away without ever offering it to the person who notices everything, including you.